So in the last video, I talked about pop song structure, and I said hardcore doesn't really apply. I really like pop punk, obviously, and pop adjacent things, but just pop in general. And I really like hardcore. And hardcore doesn't follow the same rules as pop, so why do I like those? I see them not at odds, but sort of the same situation. Basically, it's a manipulation of the listener. So pop works because people, whether they know it or not, they're listening to a thing that's a verse, there's a little change into the pre-chorus, and then they just know a chorus is going to happen, and it does happen there. And then you repeat that part, and then next chorus happens again, then they know a bridge probably will come, and then a final chorus to get it all. And having those things hit, if it's a well-written song, in a way that makes them go, yes, that's what I was expecting or hoping for, even on a first listen, that's a manipulation of the listener and giving them what they want without them knowing that's what they want. Hardcore is the same thing, except you don't have the melody to go, oh, that's catchy. Hardcore's just got screaming, essentially. So that's rhythmic, and that can be catchy. But more than anything else, hardcore is satisfying and manipulative because one part will set up the next part. So, for example, you've got a punk beat, like, it's really, like Knocked Loose is really good at this. It'll be a punk beat and a really manic riff. It's building this tension. And it's starting to get tense and tense and tense and tense and almost gets annoying, and then and into a halftime part, right? And that's literally a release of this tension. It's literally the release into dancing. It goes into that, whether you're in your car or actually moshing, it's you go into that part. It's this tension, the listener's going, okay, I've almost had enough of this, and then there's this release. Also, an interesting thing with hardcore is, and you've heard this 1,000 times before, is you'll have a riff start up, then it does sort of a mosh version of the riff, and then the next part goes into a two-step because you're dancing, whatever, it's slow, it's moshy, but then you want the next part where you start getting going a little bit. Then you go to that two-step, you have that same riff, but the drum beat suddenly picks up. It's the same thing. You're always setting up the next part. Something like stops works really well too. Why have a pre-chorus that's like into a chorus when you can have like a I mean, that little stop makes that next part hit so much more. I don't know why people don't use stops more. A vocal line can still go over it. A listener will almost not even notice, but it really helps set up that next part, which is what hardcore is all about, is manipulating the listener to go, okay, I'm feeling this, help me get out this next aggression, help me get this next tension, help me get to this new part. And all of it, pop, hardcore, it's all about a subtle control of the listener.